But yeah, so I also got contacted by Idea Factory, the people behind the Hyperdimension Neptunia series, and they're like, "Hey, you want to cover any of our games?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Super Neptunia RPG looks amazing, and they've also got like some kind of Death End, Dead End, I'm not entirely sure, game that's coming out early next year. Both of those actually looked really good. I don't really have a whole lot of interest in the Neptunia series, just because there's so many of them, and it'd feel weird to like jump in on 8R, I think it was. But the Hyperdimension Neptunia, whatever, RPG is supposed to be like a standalone thing. And 2D, which looks really nice. So I figured I'd give that a go when that comes out. But then when I said as much to them, they're like, okay, cool, we'll send you those when they come out. But what about games that we already have out now? And I'm like, oh no! No, I don't have time for that! I hate saying no to people, too. It's brutal. You know, I want to cover everything. I want to play every game to completion, and I want everybody to enjoy it. You know, Square Enix has sent me Dragon Quest XI, which I am enjoying and is working great for me. They also sent me Tomb Raider, which nobody seems to want to watch on YouTube, so I'm like, alright. Guess I'll shelve that series at 3 episodes in. I feel guilty about it. I hate feeling guilty about anything. Cause like, yeah, I'd like to finish that so I can just say like, hey, yeah, I've got the full game on YouTube as opposed to like 3 episodes. It's so much easier with indie games, like Forager, for example. Because, you know, I did like 2 nights of Forager, and then it's like, alright, I'm good. I've seen all that there is to see in this content, and there was no real expectation that I'd even finish it, really. Same thing with like Graveyard Keeper, which I don't know if I'll go back to Graveyard Keeper. I'd like to, but time. But it's kind of one of those where it's like, yeah, it's not really the end of the world if I don't finish that. Whereas like with JRPGs and AAA games, it's like, with both of those, it's like, there's kind of the expectation that you should finish it. You know, it's not great if you only do a one-off video on like a whole RPG, because like, what's even the point of that? It's like reading the first chapter in a book and saying, yep, that's good enough. And it drives me up the wall, and it drives people up the wall. Somebody's asking if I'm ever going to finish Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker Edition. I would love to, but fitting that into my already, like, insane schedule is scary. And, like, that's the, like, eternal story of this channel. Just being like, I would love to play all of these things. There's so many things I want to play. Video games have never been better, to some degree. I mean, there were some amazing games back in the day, don't get me wrong. You know, I miss the heyday of the RTS market. There's some good RTSs out there now, but I don't know, there's never been anything quite to the level of Red Alert 2 and Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge. At least as far as I was concerned. There were still some other good ones, like, people really like Subcom. I didn't really like Subcom as much, but I think it's because it didn't have... I don't think it had a campaign mode, and if it did have a campaign mode, it definitely didn't, like, it really didn't capture me in the same way. I should really go get those party members before I get wrecked by these things. Oh well, I mean, we're level 10, so I must be doing something right. Or, well, I must be doing something. I'm sorry, the first 3 episodes of this are Wanderbot fights everything. Oh, I'm having a blast. I don't know. I just like this combat system. I can just straight up, I can just straight up fight things for hours in certain games and feel like totally okay with it. And for me, I like it with JRPGs because there's a feeling of progress, you know. You're not really wasting your time when you're just going around pugilizing the forest into the ground. There's experience shared and might not, Be better to get the other party members. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so where am I? Yeah, we're actually getting pretty close to progress. I'm fighting everything in the immediate zone. At least nothing responds. Yeah, Wander fights everything. Episodes 1, 2, and 3. Yep. I could even call the first couple episodes that. See if people actually get the joke. Yeah. Now where do I remember that from? Ni no Kuni 2. Yeah, it's straight up the same feeling for me. Like, Ni no Kuni 2, I could just, like, roll into fights left and right and just be like, I can do this. This is going to... You know, I am enjoying this kind of combat. I like turn-based combat in JRPGs, and it can turn out really well. I think part of it is, I really enjoy only controlling one character in a JRPG. Hello, weird... What the shit is this thing? It's like a weird pelican horse. Well, like I said... It's, I'm just pushing, natural selection along a little bit here. These creatures do not deserve to exist. No, that's actually an awful thing to say. What was it that went... Oh, right! The macaw from the movie Rio has, gone extinct in the wild. Which is really disappointing, but not terribly surprising. If I remember right, Brazil has, like, some serious corruption issues. And I can't really imagine that, animal conservation is a high priority for them right now, which sucks. Wanderbot fights everything for 17 episodes and has fun getting extremely overleveled. Yeah. Like, I know some people, you know, are like, being wildly overpowered gets boring, but for me, I just find it relaxing, because it's like, yeah, I can just do this. I also remember, I guess, if any of you guys have seen my Kingdom Hearts series, when I was playing Kingdom Hearts, it was miserable. I hit the end boss, and I was like 10 levels too low, because it was a, action RPG, and I hadn't really felt like grinding yet. And so I got to the last boss, and it was just, like, one-shotting me and stuff. And I was just like, no! I can't do this. It was awful. Can I... There we go. Punch a butterfly! Yeah, what? The blue macaw? Yeah, the blue macaw is extinct in the wild. The only reason why it is, the only reason why it's not totally extinct, apparently, is because a Sikh? Like a Sikh from Germany? I'm just randomly parroting what I read on the internet. With, like, more money than sense, or sense, I don't know, just boatloads of money to spend, decided to create a conservation specifically for the birds. And so there's a decent breeding program for them in captivity, which is good. Like, I hate the idea of extinction, because, like, we are getting to the point where we could potentially do Jurassic Park shit and, like, actually start cloning creatures from nothing. Which is insane. I mean, obviously, that's still probably, like, 100 years out. But, like, there's nothing sadder than permanence. For me. You know, I've got a couple of, like, semi-permanent issues just to myself. Oh, never mind, cutscene. We'll talk about this later.
Looks like Hayes isn't here yet. What the? This should be the village of Feltley.
It's almost like glass. Rumor among the mercs says that's the hallmark of the Aegis.
But why would he do this?
Look out!
Jin!
It's nothing. Let's go.
Alright, hello Gargoyle, I'm 3 levels higher than you. That should make this easier. Ugh, my butt hurts. But yeah, I guess to finish my thing, though, no. Let's not finish my thing. Let's finish my thing later or something like that. This is a really cool mecha. I know why they didn't include mecha in this game, beyond, like, some bosses and whatnot. But, like, look at this thing. It's so rad. Oh. Nope, didn't get over to the side. He does not stay toppled for long. Let's just do this. I don't think we're gonna get up to 4. We are going to wreck his butt. Ooh boy. This is a cool mecha. Maybe we get to see a lot of mechas in this game.
This is no normal monster.
Not an Ardanian Titan weapon either.
Maybe it's Malos's.
Get down, you two!
Holy...
That was a close one.
Looks like Malos's artificers are still roaming around.
So it was.
Hey. Wait a minute.
The emblem of Torna.
You are Jin, right? Wow, I can't believe it. I came all the way out here, and who do I say but the paragon of Torna and his driver? You're so young. That core crystal was stolen 17 years ago. Quite a feat to pull off that heist at that age.
Are you going to arrest us? Execute us?
I don't know yet. I did just save you after all.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Laura, there's no point in talking.
Have it your way.
Why couldn't he have been the protagonist of 2? He's so much cooler. Who am I fighting? Okay, I guess we're fighting both. Good to know. Well, you know all that overleveling I did? Totally justified. We are tanking the crap out of them. Oops, timed that bad. Oh. Nope, didn't work. I'm not pulling off these animation cancels very well. It's hard when I'm getting hit by multiple sources at once. Throws me off my rhythm so hard. You know, we should probably actually grab the resources off of Mithra. I can't wait till we can actually chain moves into other moves. Life gets so much easier when I do that. And yeah, it doesn't look like I can get up to, it doesn't look like we can get up to, level 4 yet. We haven't developed a bond, or I don't even know. We're still wailing on him. And now we're gonna lose in the cutscene, for obvious reasons.
The hell are these two? They're just a driver and blade. Where's this strength coming from?
Well, he is the paragon of Torna.
Ah, I've had enough.
What? No. There's no need for you to...
You!
What?
Incredible! You! Both of you!
Huh?
That last attack, the force behind it was absurd. I'm amazed.
Oh, really? Well, that's just...
Oh, and passing the weapon. What a concept! How did you ever come up with that idea?
Oh, well... We were broke.
Huh?
We couldn't afford meals, let alone another sword. And so we made do.
You're kidding. Oh, man, you guys are the best. I haven't laughed this hard in ages.
Huh?
I really, really like you two.
Master Adam! Sir!
Milton!
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Master Adam, are you hurt at all? Master Adam? You can't be the Adam Origo.
The Lord of Aletta, and fourth in line to the throne of Torna.
Oh, come on, Milton. I've been with him the whole time. You really think these two would cause any harm?
You've been using your dumb artifice again, haven't you?
Dumb?
So yeah, sure, nothing to worry about, right?
Milton? Who's this then?
Ah, this is Hayes. She rescued me from the jaws of some nasty monsters.
Well, I'd better give her my thanks.
Hayes!
Oh, was she with you?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, my lady.
I see. So that's when... What a sad, sad tale, Nora.
Oh, here we go again. Don't let it get cold now.
So then, how come you've enlisted with a band of mercenaries?
I guess I like the freedom. This way I'm not tied down. So I can help out. With causes I really believe in, you know? Going's tough everywhere you look these days, right? I can't ignore it, can I?
I understand.
Fat load of good that'll do, in the long run. The world keeps turning anyway.
You might think that. But mercenaries and statesmen each have their own views and ways to effect change. It's not in vain.
A blade siding with humans. You don't see that every day.
I think it's blades like you that are rare.
Well, duh. You do know what I am, right?
Lacking in compassion.
Huh?
Blades like you really are a rare sight. That may be for the best.
So, about Jin, I suppose you have to take him away from me.
I could try to slay you right here.
But
But my mission is to stop the Aegis's destruction. To subdue Malos, not to seek out lost trinkets. Who cares about paragons anyway?
huh?
How about you two join up? Lend us your strength. You're incredibly powerful. There's loads I want to pick up from you, like that trick from before. Let's see. We'll say I found the paragon on my journey and decided to entrust him to you. To help with Malos. Well, sound plausible?
That's just...
How dare he speak to me like that? He thinks he knows me.
Course is the word.
Yeah, he is.
I meant you.
Me?
He meant you're unpolished. After you return to your core, you lose your memories. However, as you gain experience with people, gradually the nature of a blade, rather their feelings, they change and grow. You become more and more human. But you purposely keep yourself apart.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
No, not at all. I respect that part of you.
Um...
Hey, are you angry? About this whole Malos thing?
I'm not. Whatever happens, I'll protect you. Be sure of it. We cannot simply ignore what's happening in the world. But
But what?
please say you'll be careful.
I will. Your Highness,
Just Adam is fine. What is it?
the going after Malos thing, could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
Well, yes.
You see, Lady Laura seeks the whereabouts of her mother. Unfortunately, she has her mercenary duties to perform. Therefore, I often go out and conduct these searches myself.
I see. Then you found her?
Yes. With all that happened yesterday, I did not have the opportunity to say, My lady, your mother is currently residing in a small hamlet called Torrigoth.
Torrigoth.
That's on the edge of Gormott. Ardanian and Cian forces clash out there frequently. It's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Right. No time to waste. Let us head out there.
What? But what about your mission?
You don't want to see your mother?
Of course, but...
Then let's go. Malos hasn't hit that part of the world yet. It's as good a place as any to look.
You're hoping we might find him there?
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
We go to the village of Torrigoth to find Malos. And you go to Torrigoth to find your mother. Everybody wins.
And once I found my mother, I join up with you?
That's the general idea. I'll send my people to notify your mercenary friends. And perhaps we could find a place for your mother in the capital. It should be safe there.
Is this normal princely behavior?
You think this is bad? Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's, like, making you come along, you know.
Well, unfortunately, a driver and blade are one in body and soul.
As if you don't do whatever you feel like anyway.
I know this is all very sudden. Still, we don't know where we'll run into Malos next. It makes sense to stick together, as much as we can.
Isn't that... No mistaking it. That's the blade. And that little brat, too. Hey, it's Bluefist. Yeah, the whole village was wiped out. Found myself some great cool crystals, though. And I found something else too, something real interesting. Uh-huh. Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch. Ha! Fate's a funny thing. Never thought I'd get to take back that paragon, what I stole in the first place.
It's really nice to have some more company around here. Really makes fighting a breeze, too. Yeah, well, what did you expect? The monsters around here don't stand a chance against me. Your powers are on a completely different level, true. But that's not what Laura was trying to say, Aegis. Laura doesn't think the blades as mere tools to their drivers. To her, they're partners in arms, am I right? Exactly. When I said we had more company, I was talking about all three of you. I don't care whether you're a blade or a driver. I'm just happy that we get to share our time together. Okay then, that's a pretty weird way of thinking, if you ask me. You think so? Should we perhaps be on our way to Yanchik Harbor now? If we keep to the road, it should take us straight there. Regular boat from Yanchik to Gormott, is it? As far as I know, it's still running, but we should probably hurry all the same. Alright, so we have Team Adam, and apparently we have two blades behind us. That's interesting. Now that Hayes has rejoined your party, you'll be able to blade switch. When a team contains two blades, performing a blade switch while exploring or in battle lets you select which blades will participate in action. You can perform a blade switch by pressing left in battle. The technique comes with a cooldown timer, so you won't be able to use it in quick succession. By combining Vanguard switching and blade switching, you can choose the battle participants to suit your playstyle, or as the situation requires. Interesting, let's go fight something. Don't care about... Actually, maybe I do care about combat, but no, let's fight this. Okay. Okay, so Adam is a regular party member at this point. I wonder if he's a tank or just a teammate. Okay, so we took some damage there. So, we're going to need a healer. I'll have to look into how to set things up. I might actually have to be the healer for this. It really, the question is like, do we even ascribe? Okay, so we can just switch between everything. And she's the one with the heal. Heal on attack, heal on a bunch of things. Okay. So we should probably take a look at what Adam's abilities are. Because he might actually be a perfectly functional... I keep pressing the map button instead like a dingus. Okay, characters. So it looks like we get 5 party members total. Interesting. So, it looks like all that overgrinding has also put us a fair bit stronger than Adam. Whoops. Well. I don't really mind. Okay, so affinity chart. We filled it in a little. To increase trust. To use Hail Strike. Driver combo. Use items from the meat category. And uses crafting skill. Okay, so have him cook. Okay, and various things. Oh, good. So we still were actually filling out her abilities as we go along. Okay, I don't think we have any good... Oh, no, we have a bunch of auxiliary cores. Okay, let's switch out the accuracy during the day. Affinity by 150 during battle. Yeah, that seems useful. Get her damage heal. I guess we'll give her Sunlight Eye as well. Okay. Nope, that's wrong character. I wonder if he gets multiple. But yeah, I gotta say, I really like Adam compared to Rex. Cause oh, he's got launch. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Well, in that case, let's strengthen it so he's more likely to use it. If we're lucky, he's smart and will actually use it. So we also have blowdown and damage from the front. So it doesn't... I'm not actually sure if we have a tank or if we will have a tank. I have a healer blade at least, so we'll have to check that out as we go along. What's his rearguard arts? Knockback... Reduces aggro. Damage to toppled enemies. Nothing terribly fancy. Oh, talent art. When HP is at 30% or higher, reduce own HP by 25% of maximum to extend driver combo time. Huh. It's interesting. I don't know if it'd be any good. But, like, Rex was this, like, weird, over-positive, naive person. Adam just seems very well adjusted. Which I, like, really appreciate. Okay, Friendship Ring, Rush Hour. Ooh, opportunity for canceling increased. Might not be a bad idea. Muscle Belt. Let's get him the Muscle Belt. And... I've got another good rigid vest. Okay, there we go. I'm still hoping we can get a tank at some point. I wonder if I can actually get, like... 3 or 4 party members. I'm assuming we could get to be in combat with probably 3 people as usual. Maybe not. But, like, compared to Rex, who is just, like... Rex wasn't terrible, but he was uninteresting. He was just kind of your generic, overly positive JRPG protagonist. Adam, so far, also overly positive JRPG protagonist. But he's older and he doesn't seem as, like, bothered by things. And he actually seems to be, you know, kind of somewhere between the old mentor the old mentor type character and the, like, eternally positive type character as well. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. And yeah, if any of you guys watching this series have not seen Xenoblade Chronicles 2, hold off for a little while. And stick around and actually let me know what your thoughts are after you see both. Because I'm really curious. Because it almost feels like Xenoblade Chronicles, you know, Torna the Golden Country should be played first. I could be wrong on this one, but it almost feels like you should play it first, obviously, so the main game makes a little bit more sense early on. But I guess it would spoil a lot of the major, like, maybe not twists, but reveals. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's too late for me to forget. Maybe I'll ask Shell to... no, she might actually know enough of the plot about this to not. Yeah, you're at the right time and haven't seen the main game. Awesome. Because yeah, I'd love to hear main thoughts of somebody that goes and watches both in chronological order as opposed to game order. Oh, there's one of those, like, dark miasma things. What's this? It's some kind of weird mist. Must be an ether miasma. We should do something about this before it ends up blocking the way to the harbor. This wasn't here when I passed through here before. Sorry, when I passed through before. It does seem to have sprung up fairly recently. Bother. This is the only way through to the harbor where the ship departs. And there are monsters too. Maybe the miasma attracted them somehow. Indeed, we should handle this before more of them show up. Just let me hit the miasma. I'll blast it into next week. Yes, and everything in a quarter-mile radius while you're at it. What's the problem? Miasma's in the way. Mithra burns miasma. Miasma no longer in the way. Done. Mithra, the power you wield is undeniable. But all it takes is the slightest misjudgment, and we end up being no better than Malos. Sorry to interrupt, but I think Hayes' power should be able to disperse it too. Oh, really? That would be very handy. Yes, I just need a moment of concentration. Do you think you could take care of the monsters for me? Say no more. Mithra, you're up. This seems a little ridiculously overcomplicated way of dealing with things, but my driver's wish is my command. That'll do. Let's go. Set as active quest. I only have a quest. One quest. Okay. We've just received a quest. Well done. Quest. Okay, each of your party characters has a unique art that only they can use, called a talent art. When you meet requirements for activating it, you can press left on the D-pad to do so. To check the conditions and effects of talent arts, visit the Enhance Arts menu. Talent arts have very powerful effects, but can come with significant downsides as well. Make sure to consider when and how to use them to get the most benefit. HP halved, recover, recharge. Probably shouldn't do that. Once we have a tank, hurting myself to do extra stuff seems like a decent idea. We'll see how it goes.